Hey, it's Jay Allen from Mornings with Rebecca and Burns on 90.9 KCBI. Something really stood out to me this week. I was actually having lunch with a friend, and he was telling me that he was hurt by somebody that I knew. And they were telling me how this person's words had affected me. And before they could even finish the story, I was mad on their behalf. I was wanting to put on the boxing gloves, and I was ready to fix this situation myself because I knew their side of this story, and I knew that they were wronged, and I hated that they were feeling this way. But before I could even voice that anger, they said to me, Jay, it's totally okay. I've let it go. And something that stood out to me was that, we can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we react. If you know who Chuck Swindoll is, he's a pastor for Insight for Living on 90.9 KCBI. You can hear his program each day. And he has a famous quote that says, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And it just reminds me so much of the fact that this world has made anger and outrage a virtue. It's something that we are encouraged to be outraged at something at all times. But the Bible has a different story. We actually have a guest on the Honest Conversations podcast coming out next Monday with Scott Sauls. He's a pastor who wrote a book called A Gentle Answer, and he actually is basing it off of Proverbs 15:1. A gentle answer turns away anger, but a harsh word stirs up wrath. So much of what we go through in the world could be avoided if we just took some time, let our thoughts process, and not let anger dictate how we act. The Bible doesn't say that anger is a sin. It doesn't. In Ephesians it says, be angry, but do not sin. So it's justifying that we can be angry sometimes. But the Bible also links anger and people who use wrath in their actions to foolishness. And James 1 even says, anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires. So in a world that tells you that you need to be angry and be mad at something all the time, I want to encourage you to step beyond that, to choose joy and know that we have won the battle. No matter what the world looks like, we can know that Christ has won the battle, that Christ has died on the cross, he has risen from the dead, and he is coming back. Choose to be unoffendable. It is a change in your life that you'll be glad that you made.